And that's powerful, even more than the verbal. It's the observation of what you can change with a kid. That's what I think and hold true.
Okay, so if you could connect that confidence to meaningfulness for me, how would you do it?
Oh man, on a scale of 1 to 10, it's a 100. That's the meaningfulness.
Okay.
I think in life, it's more the nonverbal, subjective things that matter, and that are maybe the biases too, to some degree, or the pros.
Yeah.
So again, it's huge. Probably even more than just. Probably what even I'm recommending them to do at any given clinic visit. I think it's just a wholesome total.
Okay. All right, thank you. So how can Children's Hospital increase your sense of meaningfulness at work?
I don't even know how to answer that. I don't know.
Okay.
They'll come up with something, I'm sure.
Yeah, perhaps maybe in an ideal world.
I really think this is a brilliant place. I tend not to look at the dark side or the flaws. I don't know. I don't know how to answer that.
Okay. Well, maybe another way of asking the question would be, what ways does this make this work meaningful? I know you've spoken before about you feel like that the standards of care are high here, and the work you and that may not be the case in other places. You have more autonomy here. You have.
You've done a very good job. I think you summarized my thoughts well.
Yeah. Try. Yeah.
Right. I think it's all of those things. I think just to carry on and treat the individuals that are here with respect and appropriate. Never lose sight of the mission of why Children's Hospital came into existence. Continue to provide the needed outreach that is required for the children of Wisconsin in terms of, well, it's not even just Wisconsin. We have people from all over the United States and the world that come to our clinic. But set the beacon.
Yeah.
Keep it bright.
Okay.
Yeah. Don't lower the standards. Keep trying to be a magnet hospital. Keep expecting for RNs to have their BSNs. It does make a difference. Education does make a difference. It provides a well-rounded, more disciplined, better personality of the person we want tending these children. Everyone is important and meaningful, but I think, keep the bar high. That's probably what I would say.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And you've spoken about this before, but talk maybe a little bit more about how meaningful it is to be connected to Children's Hospital.
I am so proud. I am so proud. I'm having a flurry on this too. So I work for the medical college at Children's Hospital, but I'm so dominated by Children's Hospital that I seldom, this is going on documentation. But
it's confidential. I will remind you it's confidential.
Right.
Yeah.
But I just, I have to tell you, I'm very proud about being employed by the medical college, but this is like top tier echelon to be at this institution. And I also, within my subspecialty within neurology, we're in collaboration with Children's at Philadelphia and Boston in this whole collaboration called MyBEC. And I'm with like the creme de la creme, top of the top of the field and the passion of what I enjoy. How did I get so fortunate? I'm with like the world's best experts in bladder exstrophy. This is like, who woke up and gave me this? It's impressive to me. And that's this institution. And by setting the bar of who they bring here and try to retain. So I feel, going back to what I said earlier, I can't believe I'm doing what I'm doing in a great place with great colleagues, and I'm allowed to run wild with it. The creative juices, the push, the drive, the strive, the passion, it's because it was enabled here.
So that's something I was wondering. It seems like that these creative juices you're talking about, it's something that comes as a result of being employed. It's kind of, you're saying it's kind of a two-way street. Like it attracts the best, but also like when you're here, it gives you the ability to be creative.
Yes, and I like that I can focus only on what I want to focus on. And if there's something I don't like, I can just forget that and move along.
Okay.
Again, which makes your mind blossom even more, and makes you think even more creatively and more happy. Yeah, that's what I find with anything in life. If you're constantly doing something that frustrates you, that gets to be really burdensome.
Yeah. Okay, thank you. Just a reminder that this is confidential. I'm going to ask about the leadership and how you view them, and if they contribute to your sense of meaningfulness.
Absolutely. Right. I was hired on by a really tremendous, great man who, about 4 years after I was working with him, retired, and I thought it was my fault. That I didn't do as good a job, and I drove him away. But that was proven wrong, and then they brought in our present director, and he is also very enthusiastic and comes with a lot of really meaningful, good ideas. And again, it just, like with any translation and transition of change and power, if you will, you always kind of take some time back and are kind of watching and thinking, what can you do, minding your P's and Q's, and then you start to see, again, the mission and a comfort that comes, and then you realize, man, this is like even better because he has this, and this planned, and he's leaving us intact. He's allowing us a little bit more. He's giving us the blessing, and that's great. Yeah, that's a good leader that narrows it down to maybe 3 points that he wants from you. So it's not daunting, and you can elaborate and do sub A, B, and C and outlines along that way. But I love that, he gives like a broad stroke, and we can do the fine painting. I love that.
You mentioned mission and goals of the hospital earlier. Does that contribute to your sense of meaningfulness?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. I think in this day and age, we tend to get away from humanity. And Children's is one institution that fine hones it, keeps it close to heart. And it just, again, attracts people to, I guess, certain kind of people to this field, to this institution. I'm just having a thought of one of my kids today. They just saw in clinic before coming here, and they're from actually Missouri, and we just did a second stage repair on their little pumpkin, and just discharged from the hospital. And she said that they went to Walgreens to pick up the 6 medications that their little pumpkin was on, and they're in line with their other child and a group of other people who are all waiting for the prescriptions, and it was a mixed crowd of young person, old person, all waiting to get their prescriptions. And they were having small chit-chat. They were talking about what the little baby went through in terms of the surgical. And then all of a sudden the prescriptions were ready, and they were about to be paid for, and a woman that was quietly watching in the background just went in, swiped her credit card to pay for those prescriptions. And it touched everybody. I mean, she was saying that there wasn't a dry eye among the 7 people that were waiting at Walgreens for these prescriptions. And the point of it is, that's this institution. That's really us. We make it so homey and family and altruistic so that kid has the best chance in life. And you forget kind of when you leave here and go beyond, back to your home or whatever, it can be kind of scary. And we soften the blow here. And I think, again, it goes back to the individuals that are employed here and the kind of traits that we offer. And I just love that story because it's not only good begetting good, but there's a ripple effect. I got to believe in that. It's just